There, in the silence few have ever reached, thou shalt see the fire burning the bare stone and the deep mansion and the deep cavern of thy secret soul. She had asked for two things: very that fire, very that mansion of my soul. She was specific about that, and a specific guidance is given to Savitri in that context. Thou shalt see the fire burning on the bare stone. The Kapala stone is there, on that the fire is burning. Go. The Agni is kindled on the altar stone. Yajna Kunda is there, burning, ablaze, brilliant, and you find the constant burning there. Follow and the deep cavern, guha, hridaya guha, the gulf, the cavern of your heart, hridaya, heart, behind your heart is that cave. In that cave of the heart is seated your secret soul. In the cave of your, now that cave is of course very luminous, very bright, is made of walls of flame of light. That cave is made of the walls of flame, and in that walls of flame is seated your soul burning like a diamond inside there. See. She had asked for specifically two things: birthplace and the mansion of my secret soul. And they are specific again to that. In other words, she doesn't need anything else. And she is given specific guidance to that extent alone. She is not asking only for the birthplace of her fire. It's not going to help her. She also must know where is my mansion that I can go and live there and be in contact with my soul there. She is asking for both. And these people know it, and therefore they are telling the fire burning in the secret soul, you see. Because they tell her, look, Savitri, we have come from your soul only. Because we are part of your soul, therefore we know it. And we can tell you. We are not going to misguide you, you see. Then Savitri, following the great winding road, came where it dwindled into a narrow path, trod only by rare, wounded pilgrim feet. Who has courage to travel that path? Rare, wounded pilgrim. So you have to bear the wounds of the path. There are wounding stones there on the road. She has undergone that, you see. Trod only by rare, only great rishis, great sages, great mystics, great yogis, they could do that. See. A few bright, now as a result of that, what happens? The moment she is guided toward that, even before she goes and sees her soul, the mansion of her soul, and sees the fire burning there, we'll see later on in the book 6, sorry, Canto 5, where the fire is burning, you see, where she's going to find the secret soul. Before she goes into that mansion, what does she see? She sees few more forms are coming out from that deep mansion. Bright forms. A few bright forms emerged from unknown depths and looked at her with calm, immortal eyes. There was no sound to break the brooding hush. One felt the silent nearness of the soul. So Savitri has not to speak anything at all. The silence itself is speaking. Yes, she is now very close to her soul. But before she really enters into that mansion of her soul, she sees few bright forms. A few bright forms coming from the unknown depths of Savitri's soul. These are the forms which will be described in the next canto, the triple soul forces. These bright forms will now be presented in the next canto, the triple soul forces. So what are these forms? They are the forces of the soul itself. There may be more forms also, but what we have, what the yogi has revealed to us are only these three forms at the moment, the three Madonnas. And because they are in the subliminal, they also had their counterparts in the subconscient. The forms are in the subliminal, their counterpart, the asuric, the peshachik, the demonic forms are there in the subconscious. They will reply back to what they are doing constantly. So this is what will happen in the next scan. A few bright forms emerge from unknown. He says here a few bright forms, but he's going to describe only three later on, you see. And looked at her with calm, immortal eyes. And then Savitri is going to tell them this bright form, look, I am glad that you are doing this work in this world here. Because of you, things are moving forward towards God, towards the possibilities of the divine manifestation here. Because of you, these things are happening around here. But when I come back, I will bring true light, true knowledge, true power to you and you. And then you will be dynamically effective. And then the true marriage will be performed in heaven. Let's read that small thing. It's important. Just we close that. Yeah, we'll read the last part, 124.71. 124.71. This is one example of it. 124.71. Last part of Canto 4 of Book 7. One day I shall return, his hands in mine, and thou shalt see the face of the Absolute. You are now here in the individual, but you will see the face of the Absolute Himself. Then shall the holy marriage be achieved. Then shall the divine family be born. That will be the divine marriage, that will be the divine family. Family means the divine manifestation. Family means divine manifestation. Divine marriage, what is marriage? Marriage of earth with heaven. That is the divine marriage of for manifestation. Then the divine marriage, shall the holy marriage be achieved, then shall the divine family be born. There shall be light and peace in all the worlds. Again, see monosyllabic. There shall be light and peace in all the worlds.